Now, I've got a Computer Memories Incorporated, or CMI. I believe this was either a 10 or a 20 meg drive. This was manufactured in 1983. Model number CM5412. This drive does not power on, or it attempts to. Yeah. It might even blink an error code here in a minute. Maybe not. I did. This drive here, the problem with this one is, I had forgotten, the bearing for the spindle motor is seized. And the only way to get to the bearings is to take the drive completely apart, platters and all, and then lubricate the bearings. And I was trying to do it from this side. You can get to the Seagate bearings on a Seagate drive. See if I can't grab one right quick. Yeah. Underneath here, you can put a couple of drops of oil there and let this drive sit for 24 hours, 2 days, 3 days. Let it sit there, let that oil soak in there, and then power it up. And when you power it up, leave it in that position there and let it run for several hours, and that oil will get down inside those bearings and lubricate them again. This one can't get to the bearings. And it really sucks, because I would like to get this one. It's hard to find a full height drive with the faceplate intact, or with a faceplate on it, and it would be just really swell if I could get to those bearings, but they are not accessible from underneath the circuit board, which means they'd have to be. And I have tried to. The drive does attempt to spin up, and it only gets about half a turn before it seizes up. I've tried to help it out, and I got a couple of spins out of it, and then the motor's just not strong enough to power through the seized up bearings. Well, either the bearings are seized up or the grease that's inside is solidified. And sometimes if you can get that grease, if you can get the motor to start turning, you can get it to heat up, and that grease will melt and re-lubricate the bearings again. I did that on a drive on another computer, and I was an IBM 5160, and oh boy howdy, when that thing finally sped up, or finally came up to speed, it made all kinds of howling and screaming and racket and everything else, but I left it running, and with the drive upside down so that the bearings will get their grease, and it works perfectly now. Well, there you go.